Hello everyone, this is Steven back again, the SG Saber design. Today I've got an Oggdo Killer. This is the Gen 2 purchased from Saberbay. This is installed for Owen. And he chose a gold chassis and a CFX board with a crystal chamber. So this is the chassis from Saberbay. So let's go ahead and take a look. This is a single button saber. It's right here. You can see your crystal in these windows. This has a 28mm Smugglers Outpost Elite speaker, which is mounted right around here, pointing up, right below the crystal, and fires out through these vents. The crystal is lit by a single neopixel. And then there's a separate piece up in the top for the emitter that has a 3-rail connector on the bottom that connects to the chassis. And then it has a Shtok V4 emitter PCB for the blade. So to open this up, it opens right here. I'm just going to twist this, and slide this off. Now this comes into several pieces as well. So you can, if you loosen this top piece right here, then you can use that to clock how you want it to sit, like whether you want this lined up. So that's up to you. So this is our chassis. If you want to remove it, you can. I would not suggest doing it very often. This is one of those ones that I would just kind of leave inside. It's a CFX, so you could probably just turn the kill switch on and just leave it like that. It does have a deep sleep. So you got your kill switch here. You got your CFX board right here. It is mounted so that the board or the card is easiest to get to. If I flip this over, the battery does not sit fully flat in there because the card kind of pushes through. So that's why I mounted it this way. Also, it makes it easier for you to access. Let's get this card out. You just kind of push in, pops out. And when you're done, you just click it back in. So you can pull this out. You just kind of gently slide it straight out. So there you've got your crystal, your button, your 3-rail connector, and the speaker is right in here. So when you put this back in, just line that button up with your button here. And these slots, just gently go until it stops and make sure that it's there. Speaker positive is up, or not speaker, I'm sorry. Your battery positive is up towards the emitter, negative is down towards the pommel. So turn on, we just flip the switch. Now I'm sure most of you realize I am not a CFX guy. I've only done a few of them. I don't know a great deal about them. So I actually spent most of this morning figuring out how to do that. Making that accent pixel pulse on its own, separate from the blade. This is the first CFX I've done with that. It's not that difficult, but compared to a Profi, it's brain surgery in my opinion. So that is set up to mimic the blade most of the time, but when it's in idle, like it is right now, it's going to do a pulse, and it's going to stay the color of the blade. So if you change the blade color, it's going to match. So we can go ahead and put this on. And then to activate it, we've got our button right here. I did set up the twist on this, but you got to twist one way and then back. Instead of just a single twist, I did what they call a wag on. So you got to go one way and then back, and that will turn on or off. If you don't want that on, it's easy to turn that off in the, somewhat easy to turn that off in the config files. So to change your fonts, you're going to hold the button until it says sound font selection.
Sound bank selection.
Sound bank. So then you just scroll through them by hitting the button.
Crystal focus.
If you want to select that one, you just
Crystal focus.
oops, hold it. Now, I'm assuming you already know more about crystal focus than I do. If not, if you go to a font and you want to change the color, you ignite it, and then with a single button, you're just going to hold the button and do a twist. You see how that changes? So whatever you leave it on, it's going to set. So let's go ahead and put in a blade, test that out. Just loosen your blade plug. This is what it comes with. Pretty nice little blade plug. Put in a test blade here. Now with CFX, you can adjust the blade length and all that directly from the menu. You can also do it inside the config file. This is becoming an everyday thing.
Sound bank selection. Crystal focus. Crystal focus. Crystal focus.
Nebula. Nebula.
Grammy.
So you can just
Sound bank selection.
Revolt. This party's over.
So I've set a few of these colors just to make them a little bit different, but it's easy to change. All you do is just hold the button and twist it. You can also go in and you can change the sound or the blade profile as well, so it does different things like different flickers, things like that. So, but that's a personal preference thing, and I'll let you take care of how you want that configured. So,
This party's over.
whoops.
Sound bank selection. Youngling.
This is General Kenobi. Hello there. You can't win. Let the negotiations begin. There's never time to limber up.
So that is your Oggdo Killer Gen 2. And like I said, it has a deep sleep. So if you just put this on the shelf, that's going to stop flashing after a couple minutes. And then it will go into deep sleep after I don't know how many minutes. And then when you're ready, you just hit the button again, and that should wake it up and then be ready to go again. If you're going to not use it for a while, just come in and flip your kill switch off, and you should be good to go. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And that is what I know you've been waiting on this, so I will get this video posted for you so that you can get this back in your hands as soon as possible. So thank you for using my install services. And everyone, happy Halloween, and may the Force be with you. Thanks.